Assalamu alaikum class, hope so you are all fine. Today we are going to start topic Prophet's Night's Journey, Isra wal Miraj. As you know, this incident is mentioned in the Holy Quran in 15 para Subhanallazim in Surah Bani Israel. Now let's start the topic. As you know, a couple of years before the Hijrah, on 27 Rajab 621 AD, the Prophet ﷺ was taken on specially heavenly journey. The Holy Quran refers to this incident a few places, but the detail is mentioned in the Hadith. As you know, Hadith is the practice away. The Quran mentioned the Isra component journey from the Kaaba to Jerusalem in Surah 17 Bani Israel. Glory to the one who took his servant for a journey from the sacred mosque in Makkah to the fastest mosque in Jerusalem, who presents we blessed, in order that we might show him some of our signs. For he is the one who hears and sees. According to the hadith in the Sahih of Bukhari and Muslim, the Prophet ﷺ was asleep in Al-Khatim, also known as Al-Hijr and the Hijr Ismail, a semicircular well opposite the northwestern wall of the Kaaba, where he often went to sleep. Then suddenly angel Jibreel awakened him. He split open his chest, took his heart out, washed it in a gold tray full of belief, and replaced it in his chest. Hazrat Jibreel asked him to ride the Buraq. Now, the question is here, which was Buraq? It was a white beast looking like a mule. It bugged when the Holy Prophet ﷺ came to mount it. Hazrat Jibreel said, "O Buraq, are you not ashamed? By God, no one has ridden you in creations dearer to God than he is." Buraq immediately let the Prophet mount it. Its speeds can be imagined by the fact that its step reached the farthest point within the reach of its side. The Holy Prophet ﷺ then and Jibreel left for Jerusalem. During his journey, the Prophet ﷺ was shown the city of Yasrib, min Tayyiba, a land filled with date palm. Jibreel asked the Prophet to perform the 2 rakat of prayers. After some time, they reached another city, and Jibreel asked him to offer 2 rakats of prayer. Then Jibreel asked him, "Do you know where you prayed?" He said no, and Jibreel told him that it was the site of the tree of Hazrat Musa in Al-Madian. Then at another place, Jibreel asked him to offer 2 rakat of prayer and told him that it was the Mount of Sinai where God spoke to Hazrat Musa. Then they reached the land of Syria, and Jibreel asked him to offer 2 rakat prayer and told him that it was Beit-el-Laham. As you know, which place is called Beit-el-Laham? It is the place where Hazrat Jesus was born. Many signs of God had been shown to the Prophet during Asra. Finally, they reached the temple of Solomon, Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. Now, they entered in from its southern gate, tied Buraq with the ring on the door of the mosque that was used by previous prophet. He offered 2 rakat prayer in the mosque. Then Jibreel offered him 2 vessels. One vessel was full with milk and the other with wine. He chose the vessel full of milk and drank all the milk. And Jibreel said, "You have been guided to the fitra." Then from the center of the rock he was taken by Buraq to the heaven. As they reached the first heaven, their identity was asked, and it was asked, "Has Muhammad been called?" Jibreel replied in affirmative, and then it was said, "He is welcome. What an excellent visit his is." With this, the gate of the heaven was opened. The Prophet now proceeded and saw the earlier prophet on each heaven, but not in their physical form, but in their soulless reality. On the first heaven, he saw a man called Hazrat Adam. In second heaven, he saw Yahya and Isa. In third heaven, he met with Hazrat Yusuf. On the fourth, he met with Hazrat Idris. And on the fifth heaven, he met with Hazrat Harun. On the sixth, Hazrat Musa. And finally, on the seventh, he met Hazrat Abraham. Now after this, they reached the point which is called the Sidratul Muntaha, beyond which Jibril could not go as his wings would burn. As you know, this incident is mentioned in Quran in Surah Al-Najm. Near the Lut tree, beyond which none may pass, the Prophet ﷺ proceeded alone to finally reach the presence of God himself in the area of the Sublime Throne, where God spoke to him directly. There he received the gift of the daily prayer Salah, which were originally 50 prayers a day. On the advice of Hazrat Musa, the Prophet begged to the God, and they were reduced to 5. At the same time, the last 2 verses of Surah Baqarah were revealed to him. Also, God promised that all the major sins of his followers would be forgiven except for shirk. As you know, the meaning of shirk means companionship. Then he, again accompanied by Jibril, returned through the heavens and was shown previous communities that were experiencing various type of torment in hell. He saw people with snorts similar to those of camel, swallowing red hot stones and then issuing out of their backs. They were those who unjustly ate the property of the orphan. He also saw people with bellies too big to be able to move around. They were those who took riba. In paradise, he heard someone strolling, and Jibril told him that it was Hazrat Bilal. Finally, the Prophet ﷺ and Jibril descended on the rock in Jerusalem and then back to Makkah. During the return journey, he saw many southbound caravans. The Prophet narrated the whole experience to Hazrat Ali's sister Hani, and then to others. Hazrat Abu Bakr among all was the first one to believe in the Prophet's account and earned the title As-Siddiq. The Makkans ridiculed him but were speechless when he told him details of the Temple of Solomon that he had never visited before, as well as about the caravans who later on confirmed his claim. Now I want to discuss one thing. The gatekeeper of the hell is called Malik, and the gatekeeper of the heaven is called Rizwan. Now this is all about the incident of Miraj. Now thank you for listening me. Allah Hafiz.